Because of how extensive the records were from different people, different observations, different times, and so on, they in fact created something that I would have tried to do myself if there had been fewer records available. So I would have tried, for example, to I would have tried to conduct a number of collateral interviews. I would have tried to
Hi, hey, hello, welcome in. We're just eating lunch, and I'm watching the Lindsay Clancy trial. Hi, hey, hello, welcome in, you guys. I'm just eating lunch, and I'm watching the Lindsay Clancy trial right over here, so you might hear it a little bit. Hi, welcome in. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. We're just having lunch. I'm watching the Lindsay Clancy trial live over here. Here's what I'm having. You want to see what I'm having? It's this little like lunch tray that I picked up. I got this, I think it's little like string cheeses. And then look at these mini pretzels. I thought those were cute. And then it just has some apple slices. Have you guys had lunch yet? I'm also drinking this. You're sad, G. I'm sorry you're sad. Nice to meet you too. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if you guys are in here, can you hit the thumbs up? I've heard that helps out a lot. Hit the thumbs up, check out whatever is going on in my bio. You might be interested in something in there. If not, no worries. I just love this hummus. I think I'm gonna dip my pretzels in this hummus.
Saying before you had ever met with somebody that I had.
Let's introduce ourselves. Where's everybody from? I'm in Kentucky. Go. Country Taco sent to 100. Thank you. Happy Tuesday. Thank you.
So it could well be.
Where's everybody from? I'm in Kentucky.
With confirmation bias.
Russia.
Now, you were asked about the defendant telling you that she didn't like to leave.
You're from New Mexico, Country Taco. Hi, welcome in. Thank you.
How that impacted your evaluation of the defendant, and I think you were cut off on your answer. So if you could just tell us what you saw in terms of.
We can't do that here. This is YouTube, you silly goose.
And how that impacted or.
I have a whole website where I do that. If you want to check it out.
That was an important consideration.
Have a great day. Thanks, Country Taco. You have a funny username, but thanks, you too.
Because one of the things that would go through your mind if you decided to take your own life would be something very important to you, like your children. And over a number of years and in a number of different...
This is way outside the scope of cross-examination.
No, I would allow this. Go ahead.
Proceed.
Over a number of years and in a number of
You were born in the USA, but you have a Lithuania DNA. Okay, cool.
Might be if you were possibly inclined to think about taking your own life, what would happen with the kids, and would they suffer without you, and could other people take care of them? And
You're in Chicago?
turned out to be
Hi,
something
welcome
that I
in.
thought
Thank
was
you.
consistent with
Houston, Texas. Okay, cool.
kids and not wanting them to suffer and so on. It all went together in how she thought about her own kids.
I see your all's funny comments, but
You were also
we keep it
asked by
YouTube
defense
safe
counsel
over
in
here.
cross-examination about the
We keep it
defendant's
YouTube safe
concerns
over
about
here.
taking Zoloft while
Hi, welcome in, guys.
do you recall in your interview with the defendant when she mentioned that as a
I have the
result of
Lindsay
her
Clancy trial
practicing
on
number
over
of
here, so that's
years
probably
and
what you
she
hear.
was there,
Here's what I'm eating.
millions of pregnant women
Little string
with
cheese,
pregnant
a couple of pretzels,
took Zoloft with no problem.
some apples, but then I also pulled out
But that was
some
the
hummus to
interview.
dip my pretzels in.
Now,
And then I'm drinking
defense counsel asked you about
a vanilla latte. Cheers.
answer from direct testimony about all of the prescriptions and the different doctors being confused.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if you guys are in here, can you hit the thumbs up? I've heard that helps out a lot. Check out whatever's going on in the description box if you want. If not, no worries.
Yes, that's right.
And could you explain that and how it
Am I
works
planning on getting more
in what
tattoos?
way?
I don't know. I don't really
She had
plan
a
on getting
number
any
of
tattoos. I just
diagnoses that
get
people
them.
assigned to her, a number of symptoms, and one of the things that she experienced is that people were saying that she had something pretty minor, adjustment disorder with anxiety or adjustment disorder with mild depression or things like that, all the way up to things that were really major and really severe, postpartum psychosis, that sort of thing, and there were a number of things in between. So she was not sure what they were saying, and she was not sure whether they were prescribing the right medication for her, and even if it was something
Have you guys had lunch
that
yet?
she experienced, whether she was reacting badly to that medication. So
Alvin and
so
Alvin and the
that's
Chipmunks.
basically,
Is that because of my voice?
my understanding that there were a lot of things that people said, mental health care providers. Some of them were pretty minor as far as what was wrong with her, and some of them were
Chubby Drew sent a star. Thank you.
And in terms of the defendant being unsure about the effects the medication.
Thank you, Chubby Drew. That's a funny username too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Concerned about Seroquel, correct?
yes.
And
You don't eat till after
what
5.
was
That's
the
okay.
concern about Seroquel?
It was giving her.
I think what you meant to say is sleeves look super hot on older
Part
women.
of the numbness,
Cool, right?
not being able to feel, and that sort of thing was associated with that medication as well. So she thought it was really affecting her badly.
And after she went to McLean Hospital, she was no longer on any of those medications that she had been on from September through December, correct?
Correct.
And she had been weaned off the Seroquel in particular, correct?
Yes.
And so after leaving McLean Hospital, the two medications she was on upon discharge was trazodone
It's
and
a
Valium,
tiny
correct?
string cheese. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get my 4,000 watch hours. So, Snapshot Sniper, thanks for interacting and helping me get my 4,000 watch hours. You're a cool
Hear her
dude.
thoughts, and you said there was some difference there between thought broadcasting and what the defendant explained to you was happening. Could you tell us what she said to you in your interview and how that impacted your evaluation?
Yes, she said that they were thoughts. They were unwelcome and intrusive thoughts, but they were thoughts, just like many
Hi,
people
hey, hello.
have. And if
Welcome
they were
in.
particularly insistent, or they were particularly vivid thoughts, then you might think that, oh, people can pick this up from what I'm experiencing. But that is not a psychotic symptom, having vivid thoughts. On the other hand, if you hear a voice like somebody might hear my voice, it's an external sort of a thing, then that is very likely a psychotic symptom. And so I tried to ask her to describe the difference between the two and specify whether it was an external voice. Which
Thank
would have
you.
been, an
Let's get those watch
hallucination,
hours.
or, an internal
Thank you guys,
thought,
seriously
which would
though.
have been
Thank
an
you.
unwelcome, intrusive thought. And she said, except for on January 24th, what she was experiencing were thoughts rather than hallucinations.
I noticed our boy got real quiet after I told him he was helping with the watch hours.
Auditory hallucinations.
Cool.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, defense counsel asked you if before all of these medications and before all the treatment, if Lindsay Clancy was a happy woman. But But didn't she go to Dr. Tufts in the first place because she was struggling?
She was anxious about returning to work. She had been having a very good time with her family that summer, but as the fall approached and Patrick's paternity leave expired and she was thinking about returning to work and scheduled to return to work, that made her anxious.
And so it's not as if Dr. Tufts went to her home randomly and handed her a prescription. She
Um,
actually went to Dr. Tufts.
I don't know, Drew. I come on randomly.
Dr. Tufts treated her, correct?
Yes.
I come on randomly throughout the week. So if you just want to subscribe, you can catch me randomly. Turn the notification bell on.
And from your review of the records,
But every Sunday we do Sunday morning breakfast.
including your interview,
And I go live every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
any of her providers, any of her medical providers,
Thanks,
any of
Luke.
the hospitals that she
Do I come here often? Like I just told Drew, just subscribe. I jump on here every now and then.
That is my recollection, that
But-
she did not
Every Sunday at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, we will do,
mental health providers.
we'll cook our Sunday morning breakfast. And you can always go
practitioner Delata,
to like the live playbacks here and watch any of our live playbacks if you want.
Isn't it true, isn't it accurate, that in all of those records, it indicates that the defendant denied suicidal ideation, denied homicidal ideation, denied auditory hallucinations, denied visual hallucinations, except for saying that she felt suicidal in December.
You spotted it.
Yes, that is accurate.
Hi, hey, hello, welcome.
That throughout those records, they all document, all those providers document that there are no signs or symptoms of psychosis that are either
I'm just wearing this little
observable or that she
Lululemon top
reported.
and some shorts right
Yes,
now.
that is accurate.
Now, you were asked about her visit to women and infants in Rhode Island, and defense counsel asked you if they refused to help her and told her to leave. But they did offer to help her, didn't they? They offered her 3 different programs, isn't that correct?
Yes, they referred her elsewhere to programs that they thought were more appropriate for what was wrong with her.
And reading from page 9 of Exhibit 220 in the records, it states, currently she is complaining of insomnia and mental numbness, which she attributes to taking Seroquel. She desires to down titrate the Seroquel and work on getting better sleep. Because her symptoms occurred late in postpartum period and are not clearly related to perinatal factors, the patient was advised that the WIH-DHP, which would be the Women and Infants Hospital postpartum program.
I look like the
is
girl
not a
who was
suitable
dating
treatment
Sam.
facility for her.
I don't know who that
This was
is.
discussed with both patient and husband.
And I don't know who the girl
and
is
confirmed
either,
agreement
so
with this. Patient's husband
I hope
feels
she's
strongly that
pretty.
Patient has been over-medicated and misdiagnosed. Patient was offered
Yeah, we're
several
watching the Lindsay
options for
Clancy
her,
trial.
including inpatient treatment for medication management, a partial hospitalization program, focus on general mental health, or continued outpatient management. Patient plans to follow up with her outpatient provider for guidance, correct?
Yes.
And so it was Patrick who said that she was over-medicated, correct?
Well, he was one of the 2 of them who said that. She also felt that she was over-medicated.
But the people at Women and Infants Hospital, the ones who are doing the evaluation, don't say in their diagnosis that she was over-medicated. They list adverse drug effects, correct?
They listed rule out adverse drug effects.
And what does it mean when they write in a diagnosis, rule out adverse drug effects?
It means it's possible, but it has yet to be confirmed.
Do you guys like
And
hummus?
There's nowhere in the diagnosis any doctor or mental health professional saying that she was in fact over-medicated, correct? In the diagnosis portion here?
Hi, Ray. Hi, hey, hello, welcome in.
Infants,
Yes, I'm sorry, women and infants.
yes, I did not see anything like that.
And is there a difference between being over-medicated and having adverse drug effects?
Well, I think you're asking a medical question right now, and I'm a psychologist, not a medical professional, so I don't think I'm going to answer that.
Okay. Now,
I
in
do
your
believe she did
diagnosis, you
her
stated
children,
that there was general anxiety disorder, correct?
But I also have to have a little sympathy for her because postpartum depression / psychosis is a real thing.
Adverse drug effects, correct?
Yes.
So that means depression, but you have to look further into it to rule out or rule in whether or not the medication is having an effect.
Yes.
So that's not sure. That's not.
Never trust a woman with a
that's not
knife.
saying she's depressed because of the medication, correct?
It was just saying it's possible. Need to look into it.
And in this, what I just read to you, the defendant was telling them that she thought it was the Seroquel.
Cheers, I'm just drinking this little vanilla latte. You've seen him before.
Slowly go off of the medication, correct?
Yes.
And then she went to Dr. Tufts after this and to nurse practitioner Gelada. And nurse practitioner Gelada actually gave her a prescription to titrate down, correct?
Yes.
Exactly what the defendant was looking for, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
This is 160 calories.
About the defendant getting worse and worse and worse. But was that between September and December, or was that in January?
It didn't begin until October.
How long do I normally stream for?
Medication. And
It kind of depends.
she seemed to get worse and worse into November and December, and then following her discharge from McLean on January 5th, she seemed to be
My streams are all over the place.
different ways, including her sleep was better and her mood was slightly better and things
Thank
like
you, Ray.
that. So if I had to describe it, it was worse from October into November into December, and then somewhat better and somewhat improving in January.
When you were asked
Some of
by
these
the
apples don't look
counsel
great.
About, you had mentioned cognitive behavioral therapy might be something that someone would look into, and he asked you if that was on the patient to do that, correct?
Yes, I think that's right.
Were you aware that there are searches on the defendant's cell phone?
Drew, my day's been going well.
Cognitive behavioral therapy, or
It's beautiful weather outside.
therapy?
I'm pointing over here because my patio's out here. Beautiful, beautiful.
In her treatment and looking up that type of therapy, correct?
Hi, Harry.
One of a number of things that she was searching for information on and looking for.
I'm just eating some apples
Despite
now.
searching for information,
But I did have some string cheese
she never
and some pretzels
claimed it to your knowledge.
and a smidge bit of hummus.
To my knowledge, she did not.
You were asked about peri-traumatic disassociation, about how a person.
And we're listening to the Lindsay Clancy trial.
Watching what.
If you can hear that.
Did I describe that accurately?
Yes.
And
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be about 83 here today. Did you say you're in Chicago, Drew?
Does that mean they're not in control of what they're doing?
No, it doesn't mean that. It means it kind of influences their perception and their memory and so on, but it doesn't completely remove.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, you guys, but if you're in here, give us a thumbs up. I've heard that helps out a lot. Check out my bio if you're interested. If not, no worries.
And whether
Correct,
someone
okay.
in
Yeah.
psychosis
You're a little further north than us, but yeah, similar.
automatically act on a command.
I don't like
hallucination.
Popeyes.
And you said not be responsible, and you said it depends.
Mhm.
Is that correct?
Okay.
Why does it
Thank
depend?
you. Who said that? Harry, thank you.
Because symptoms of psychosis
I might go for a walk later because it is so pretty
and
outside.
hallucinations don't necessarily take away your knowledge, your understanding, or your self-control. They
Hi,
can
Robbie.
In some instances, but in other instances, they don't. And one of the things that people do to try to retain more control is things like distracting themselves, praying, doing other things that that basically make a difference in terms of supporting and boosting their self-control. And so there's no
Hobbies? I've just recently picked up running,
automatic connection between
and I'm a
any
millennial,
mental disorder, including
so I have a sourdough
psychotic
starter.
disorders, and the legal standard for knowing that something is wrong or conforming one's conduct to the requirements.
I went for a run yesterday, you guys.
Go through all this in such detail.
Hold on, let me finish chewing.
That's what.
Doctor, can someone who is experiencing psychosis with a command hallucination can that person know the difference between right and
I
wrong?
went for a run yesterday. It was 60 degrees.
Next question.
And can someone who is experiencing psychosis...
Best run of my life. Well, best run of my life since the spring.
Overall.
In some cases, they can, yes.
And is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, they're okay.
Months ago, when
So I got them in
someone
like
could be
this little snack
innocent
pack.
psychosis, hearing
And
a
honestly, it'd
command,
probably be better if I
telling them
cut them
to
up
do something,
myself, but
and
they're
trying
okay.
to avoid doing what they're told to do.
Yes.
And you gave some examples, but someone trying to distract themselves with music or something.
And you, Robbie?
Yes.
What are your what are your all's hobbies?
It's redirect. I'll allow Carmel to use a leading question to direct the witness to a certain area of inquiry, and then just non-leading questions at that point.
I have nothing further. Thank you.
All right.
What kind of music do I like?
Couple of things, sir, first of all,
Ray, you're
counsel was
funny.
asking you a question about the inconsistent statement or what have you. You indicated,
I like
sir,
90s country music,
you administered a test, the MMP.
late 90s, early 2000s, like pop, like Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys,
No,
NSYNC.
she asked about inconsistent statements.
No, yeah, overall.
Is the K scale or the Y scale, right? Yes or no? Just please, yes or no?
The
This lawyer.
MMPI does have a K scale,
Okay.
and it does have an L scale.
That measures if a person, to you, as the administrating psychologist, is bluntly lying, right?
No.
Okay. Does it also, in your testing, determine if the person is exactly...
Oh, riding a bike. I always thought that would be fun.
Yes, it's much closer to that.
I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift, if we're honest.
You administered the test to Lindsay.
You play your
Close to 3 years
PS5?
later, you indicated that it was... the
Robbie,
fact
you
that it
race
was late
motorbikes for
when
a
you
hobby.
administered the test. It was testing her at the time it was administered, right?
Well, that sounds like fun, Robbie.
And one of the things that, the results, by the way, if I understand, looking at your transcript of testimony, is regardless of
Thanks,
all of the explanations
King
about
Phil. Thank you.
and the other psychological testing, she was not
Cheers.
elevated on anything except for suicide scale, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
If you're new in here, we're just finishing up our lunch. I had a few pretzels in here, some string cheese, some apples,
Lying.
a little bit of
Anything
hummus.
like that, right?
That's
We're
correct.
listening to the Lindsay Clancy trial.
And one of the things that you did in your report, sir.
Here's what I had. It was this little thing.
Wondering if you made reference
A
to,
crunch snack
I
pack.
believe Dr. Resnick, Philip Resnick, you know him, right?
I do.
He's a significant authority in the field of filicide, is that right?
He is.
And Dr. Resnick indicated, sir, that his...
Yeah, I'm just
opinion is
finishing my
lack of
apples.
malingering as well as yours, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And you made reference to one of Dr. Resnick's articles, actually, in your report, correct?
Some of his research on.
The answer is yes. We can make this easy. The answer is yes. Did you look at and cite Dr. Philip Resnick's research report?
His research, yes, I
Okay.
did.
And are you aware, sir, that what you cited is outdated? Are you familiar with the 2012 article by Dr. McCarthy Jones collaborating with Dr. Resnick talking about...
I have a life, but
systemic hallucinations
thanks for helping me with engagement and watch hours.
I'm aware.
Awesome.
that
Keep
As
commenting.
a researcher, you build on some of the
No,
things.
not what researchers do. Are you aware of that report?
No.
Okay.
My
Are you
day's
aware, sir,
going
that study
well
was
so
back to
far.
the report that you cited in your
How
report,
about you?
and it involved
Who asked that, King
191
Philip? Thank you.
individuals who were asked almost 400 questions about hallucinations. You aware of that?
No.
And are you aware, sir, that in fact it was determined that auditory hallucinations...
A long distance runner? I gotta turn the volume down for this because I like running talk.
You're not aware of that, right?
For 3 years. 4 minutes. I don't know how long that is. I don't know what the distance is, but
There's been a lot of talk about how you had to wait
I don't like
a while
long races. I only do 5Ks because
with Lindsay to conduct your...
I know I can finish those.
Yes.
You're not suggesting or trying to leave with this jury that
Drew, do I have any plans for later on? Sorry, the stream kind of went crazy there for a minute. I am going to go for a walk here in a minute because it's pretty outside. Then I have a YouTube video to film. Also, if you don't know, I put out a new YouTube video every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. So one came out this morning if you want to watch it. If not, that's okay too. I don't know if they took a little break or what. Interesting. Do you guys have any plans for today? Thanks, Drew. Thank you. Cheers. I know that's like a troll comment, Bree, whatever. But real talk, you don't need a man to be worthy. And I know I probably just offended all the men in here, but I'm about 5 foot tall, 5'1". Robbie, you have it all. Motorbikes, speedboats. Where are you from, Robbie? Man isn't meant to be alone, and they need to straighten up and act right, or they're going to be lonely forever. This has turned into a comedy show all of a sudden, you guys. You're in Australia. Okay. Cool. Cool. This might be a dumb question, Robbie. Is it wintertime in Australia? Or like, are you guys coming into spring now? I guess you're probably coming into spring because we're going into fall. Thanks, Drew. Some are lonely because they're not ready. Listen, we're not going to get into the hating men discourse today. I have a lot of men in this live stream right now. Y'all aren't ready for that, but okay, cool. Sydney, Australia. Oh, spring in a week. Okay, so I think I just read somewhere that our autumn starts in like 20 days. I hate fall. Listen, I know there's a lot of people that love fall. I hate fall. And I live in Kentucky, so we definitely have we do have a winter. We have snow. My parents have a pool, and really we only have 3 months out of the whole year that we can use the pool. Like June, July, and August, and even now, last weekend, their pool was already starting to get kind of cool. I need to move to Florida, I think. I need sunshine and warmth all the time. I always say I want to move to Key West because we vacation there quite a bit, and it's a very walkable city, and I always say I could picture myself living there and walking to the beach. But the truth is, so we have some friends that actually do live there, and they said it's 300 miles to Miami, and so it's a 6-hour round trip, I think, is something like that. So if you want to go, they don't have a Walmart in Key West, so if you want to go to a Walmart, if you need something fast, quick, and in a hurry, you have to go across that bridge 3 mile or 3 hours. And then they said if there's like an accident or something, that 6-hour trip could turn into a 10 to 12-hour trip, which sounds like a nightmare if you're just trying to get out of Key West. It's been hot there this summer. You don't like the fall either? California. Do you guys have like seasons? I know there's probably some parts of California that has seasons. There's a lady I follow on YouTube. She, hi Mavis Dancing. There's a lady I follow on YouTube, and I think she lives in Lake Tahoe. Is that in California? I think that's in California, but I could be wrong. And it looks beautiful where she lives. But it looks like it's cool. Like the weather's cool all the time. They just went to like the lake. It was a huge lake, and they like got in the lake, but they said it was kind of cold. Which I wouldn't understand, because we have lakes here, and during the hottest part of the summer, if you get in the lake here, it's usually going to be kind of warm. I don't want to sound like a broken record, you guys, but if you guys are in here, can you hit the thumbs up? Check out my bio. There might be something there you're interested in. We just had lunch, and now I'm just kind of chit-chatting. I had this for lunch. I have a few apples left. I had some pretzels, some string cheese. I have a couple of apples left. I dipped my pretzels in this hummus for a little bit of extra protein. Excuse me. What if I'm already married? Callum, you have a whiny ass attitude. Cheers, mate. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna go for a short little walk around my neighborhood because it is pretty outside today. In Australia, we call the 4 seasons autumn, winter, spring, and summer. Yeah, I think it's weird that we call fall, because I think a lot of places around the world call it autumn. Callum, don't try to get back in my good graces now. I don't know. That's got to be like an American thing, just to call it fall. What do you guys have planned for the rest of the day? Thanks, Drew. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. My nose is wanting to drip. So if you guys don't know, I do go live every Sunday at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. We do something called Sunday Breakfast, where I cook breakfast for you guys. Also, if you want to go to my channel, you can scroll over to the Lives tab and watch any of the live playbacks. We've made a breakfast pizza one time that was pretty fun. All the leaves fall off the trees. I know, I get it. You do a lot of walking by yourself. That's the best thing. Put your earbuds in, listen to some music, listen to a book. You're gonna go get some food, Jim. Oh my gosh, King. You're crazy. Wild. I'm gonna finish my lunch, go for a short little walk around the neighborhood. I have to put my bed back together. I washed all my blankets and sheets and stuff this morning, so I gotta do that. Thanks for asking, King. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you guys for, that's you. Thank you guys for keeping me company and chatting while we had lunch. David, you're funny. Thanks, Drew. Have a good day. Thanks, King. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye.